Hello, all you CAPI fans out there and family. We are going to do another CAPI Live. It is Sunday, so it's time for it. I hope everybody's had a great week. I know I have. It's been a very busy week for us with work and getting everything done with the land and being sick. And it's just been a crazy, crazy week. I hope everybody else's week was great. I personally haven't been sick, thank goodness. Till today, I started to feel kind of crappy, so I don't know what that's going to turn into. But Michelle, Paramama, has been under the weather. She usually does get kind of sick around about this time of the year because of spring coming in. And you guys, anybody out there that has seasonal allergies, you know how that is. So she's dealing with that, but she's doing really good and having not too many troubles with it. It was pretty bad the last few days. She actually lost her voice and everything, but she's better now. So if you guys would go and let me know you're here by saying hello in the chat. Also, if you would, please hit that like button and hit that share button. Share it and let everybody know that we're on. You guys let me know you're here by saying hello in the chat. If you haven't already done so, please go hit that subscribe button. We are well on our way. I think we're close to 1,700 subs now. We're well on our way to that 2,500 mark, which we're trying to get to desperately. Hello, Katie. How are you? Hope you had a good week as well. I'm going to go ahead and apologize for the coughing and the sniffling and all that stuff that I'm probably going to do tonight. Because like I said, I'm starting to get a little under the weather. Good evening, Brandon. Good to see you. We're going to let a few more people get on. And we'll start talking about our announcements and upcoming events. How was y'all's week? Did y'all have a good week? I hope everybody had a great week. All right, I've shared, so it's now y'all's turn. Y'all go invite and share and all that good stuff. I don't know where my regulars are. Where's Beth and John and Donna? We have Katie and Brandon, and I don't know who the third one is because they haven't said anything. Say hello, whoever you are. I hope my chat is still open. Is it open? When you guys say hello again, let me know it's still open. I can check it from here too. Yeah, it's still open. Good. We got lots to talk about tonight. A lot of stuff coming up. Just going to give it a little bit of time, let everybody get on. Remember, you guys shoot a message in and say hello, so I'll know you're here. There's John. Better late than never. Can't get here when you're on time, man. Just whenever you can. It's okay. Hey, could you get my CAPI cup? Oh, okay. Do you mind rinsing it?
Why don't you rinse it when you get home?
Why
don't you rinse it when you get home?
I don't know if I did or not. John, if you could go and share and let everybody know we're here. And I know Beth was feeling under the weather, so she might not be on tonight. Beth and Tom both had gotten stricken by this bug that's going around. Is there Wi-Fi? Yeah. Have you heard of the channel Nuke's Top 5? They post once a week and have great paranormal videos. They collect from different sources. He usually has a level head and analysis of the videos. Yes, Brandon, I have heard of that. Hey, Tom, I have heard of that. Actually, we were actually featured on Nuke's Top 5. I don't remember what episode, but yeah, we were actually featured on there. He usually posts fairly convincing videos as well. Yeah, we were actually one of our lives. We caught an entity and heard a voice on one of our lives, and so we were actually featured on Nuke's Top 5 because of that. You have to go back and I actually think I found you through him. Okay, yeah, that's how you found us. You saw that video. Yes, over my left shoulder. That's correct, Brandon. Yep, that's the one. It's Dakota. Can you tell everybody hi?
Hi.
Dakota. Okay, you're going to have to be still.
Oh. I can put anything with my this. But,
guys, I had a show planned for tonight. Like I told you guys last week, we were going to do the reincarnation. But because I am not really feeling that well, I decided just to let the show go where it goes tonight. And we'll pick back up with that next week, if that's okay with you guys. All day I've just felt like crap. I've sat down to do some research 3 or 4 times today, and every time I just start feeling really cruddy, and I can't really concentrate on it. So we're just going to let the show go where it goes tonight. You guys get to talk about whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to bring up. Ask me anything you would like. You can also ask the CAPI team anything you like. They're on here. Well, John is. I don't know if Beth is going to make it or not, seeing how she was feeling kind of cruddy. But you guys, we can talk about anything you want to talk about tonight. It's an open mic night, so you guys get to ask any questions you want to ask about the paranormal, and we will try to get that answered. If I do not get it answered, I will find an answer for you, but I usually can answer it. With no problems. John says, I'm back. Didn't know you left. She just left me here talking to myself, in other words. John is our case manager, and he is also my security on here. So if anybody starts acting up, he'll chop off their heads. He's really good at stopping people really fast. He does that very well. Go tell Mama she wants out. You heard me. So if you guys have any questions, team manager, what did I say? Did I call you something besides team manager? I apologize if I did, buddy. Yes, John is our team manager. If I said something other than that.
She just came outside.
Oh, I called you a case manager? Did I really? Did I demote you, John? Maybe I didn't get it wrong. Maybe you were demoted today and you just didn't know it. Could that be it? Is that a possibility? Maybe you were demoted from team manager to just a lowly old case manager. I'm just kidding. Case manager is pretty high up. And Beth is the best at it. She's the best we've ever had. She does it really well. But yeah, maybe you were demoted, John. Could that be it? Is that a possibility? It's not a possibility, y'all. He's probably calling me a lot of bad names right now. John, too, has been under the weather. John actually has food poisoning or had food poisoning. Hopefully it's gone. He ate at a establishment and it gave him food poisoning. I'll let him share if he wants to where it was at and where and who. But yeah, he ate at a restaurant and got food poisoning, unfortunately. I'm hoping there's a lag because no one is saying anything. I don't know what's wrong with tonight. What's going on tonight? What's happening? No one's active. Y'all need to talk. Remember, this is open mic night. You guys get to talk about whatever you want to talk about. But let's start out with some of the announcements. We still have the class coming up. We need to get at least 8 people signed up for that. As soon as we get 8 people signed up for the class, we will be getting that set up. Been a tough couple of days. Yes, it has, buddy. But as soon as we get the enough people set up for the class, at least 8. Callie and I are both sick now too. Oh no, Katie. It's invaded the Campbell home in Texas now. That stuff is nationwide, isn't it? It's going anywhere. It's not the coronas. I think it's just a bug that's going around, a pretty bad stomach bug, a cold going around, getting everybody sick. I'm hoping it bypasses me, but I have been feeling pretty cruddy today, so we'll see. I usually, when I get sick, I'm usually sick at night, so that's probably what'll happen to me. I hope not, but I guess I'll know tonight. But anyway, we have the class coming up. We need to get at least 8 people. I'll do 6, but I'd rather have 8. It's supposed to be 10. We're not supposed to schedule a class until there's 10 people, but I'll do 6. I'd love to have 8 or 10 though. But as soon as we get that many set up, we will get the class rolling. It's online. We do it on Skype. It's a lot of fun, very informative. You won't regret taking the class. Anybody that wants to get any more information on the class, such as cost and time and all that stuff, email John. He just popped up his email there. Email him for the class, jbowen.capi@gmail.com. So you guys, if you want to get in on that class and learn everything there is to know about ghost hunting. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, I don't feel good tonight. Any and everything you want to know about investigating the hauntings, you'll get it out of that class. So if you haven't had that before and you'd like to get it, then definitely sign up for that. Holler at John on his email that's popped up in the comments there. Also, if you've already taken the class, but you want a refresher, a lot of people like to do that. I love to take refreshers too, because it gets stuff kind of back in your mind. So if anybody would like to get a refresher course, let us know. That's only, let's see, the class for non-team members, just someone who wants to take the class, not join the team, but just take the class, is $50. Team members, it's $75. And refreshers is $15. So refreshers 15, general class is 50, and potential team members is 75. All right. So if you guys are interested in that, holler at John. All right. We're going to do that as soon as we get at least 6 people signed up, but I would like 8 or 10. So if you want to do it, find someone else that wants to do it with you. And you guys come in as a team. Also, been reading about demonic possession. Very interesting. It is very, very interesting. We have to talk about that sometimes. Absolutely. Tom popping up. Let's see what else we got going on. John, help me out, because you know my memory. What else we got going on? We got the CAPI camping trip. The CAPI camping trip is the best way to take the class, actually. Skype is good and in person is good, but CAPI camp trip is always in person, and it's during a camping weekend. It's all weekend. We go there on a Friday. We camp through the weekend, all the way up until Sunday. It's a lot of fun. What we do is that Friday night when we get there, we have a big meet and greet and eat. Meet, greet, eat. We meet, we greet, and we eat. And then everybody gets their tent set up, and it usually starts around 10 a.m. is when people usually start getting there on Friday and start setting everything up. And then that night we'll do like a campfire meet and greet, and we eat. We'll grill stuff out and eat and have a good time and fellowship and everything. And then Saturday morning we get up, and then at 10 a.m. we have the class. Saturday morning, the classroom portion. And then after the classroom portion, we do a hands-on training where you get all the equipment and you learn how to use it, and excuse me, what the readings mean and all that good stuff. And then Saturday night, we do an investigation. So you get your class, you get your hands on, and you get your first investigation. If you want to become a member of CAPI, if you want to become an investigator with CAPI, the best way to do that is actually the camping trip. It really is, because what'll happen then, if you're just wanting to take the class and come and fellowship and hang out for the weekend, that's great. We don't discourage that. We actually try to get as many people as we can to do that, because we like to get the real paranormal out there so people will know it. And the more people we get in class, the more people will know what the real paranormal is, instead of that trash you see on TV and the movies. So I see y'all's comments popping up. I'm gonna get to them. Just give me a sec. But if you're wanting to be a member of CAPI and an actual investigator with the team, you live somewhere in Alabama, or you pretty much need to live in Alabama if you want to be a member of the team. We're widespread. We have members all the way up at the top of the state. We have members all the way down to central Alabama. So it doesn't really matter. But if you're wanting to join the team and be an investigator with CAPI, or Central Alabama Paranormal Investigations, the best way to do that is to come to the camping trip, because that's everything you need to become an investigator with CAPI, an investigator in training, because you get the class, you get the hands-on, you get your first, excuse me, sorry, I told y'all, you get your first investigation with the team, and then the team gets to vote. And 9 times out of 10, we're going to be able to give you an answer on if you're on the team or not after, by Sunday morning, while everybody's packing up. We'll be able to say, hey, you're either on the team or not on the team. So and plus you get to meet the entire team to see if you mesh well, because some people don't mesh, and we have started a little bit of a vetting process now, because we've been burned so many times in the past. Especially in the last, few of them, we've been burned with some pretty dramatic crap. And so we've started a bit of a vetting. So it usually may take a couple of days, but if you come to the camping trip, we can usually do the class, do the hands-on, do the investigation, do the meet and greet, fellowship to see if we mesh together, and do the research to see if and we can still usually let you know before we leave. So hey, that's if you're wanting to be a member of the team, that's the best way to do it. It really is. Um, excuse me. So you guys look forward to that. I want to say that is, help me out, John. What is the month of the class of the camping trip? Is it March or April? Help me out. Give me the date on the camping trip, if you would. And I'm gonna catch up with y'all's comments. Email me for the class. Yeah, I've been reading about demonic. Got that. How do they claim the necrophonic app works? I saw some hunters use it, and it drives me nuts. It seems like a total bogus tool that makes detecting any treat repeats very impossible. Yeah, if it's got the word app in it, Brandon, it doesn't work. All right, it's crap. It's just make believe junk. All right, anything you download onto your phone with an app, by via an app is make believe. It doesn't work in the paranormal. All right, anything you would download on your phone, with the exception of a flashlight, it does not work. All right. So yeah, no apps work in the paranormal. That's all just commercialization. All right. They're just trying to get them some money out of you. And people say, well, it's free. Well, it, it's never really free, because when you download an app, you actually give them permission to do a lot of stuff that you really don't want them to do. All right. Like a game or an app, when you download it, you give them permission to turn your camera on anytime you want to. You give them permission to turn your microphone anytime they want to. You give them permission to go through all of your data, all of your files. You give them permission to do pretty much anything they want to. All right. Read the fine print. So don't download any of those ghost apps or spirit apps or paranormal apps. Don't download any of that. It's all crap. So don't do it. All right. Tom, did you become a Patreon also? Oh, good question, Katie. I don't think Tom has, but um da, 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 da. Patreons. I want to give a shout out to our Patreons. Right now, our Patreons are Katie Campbell and Cassandra Olson. We appreciate you guys so much. You guys need to become Patreons. If you haven't done so yet, you need to do it. Y'all, it's fixing to, once again, CAPI doesn't profit off of Patreon. All right. Everything goes right back into the show. Every dime of it. We don't profit off of anything. I'm very meticulous on everything. The class, the money from the class goes back to the education department. The money for the extra money for new members goes partially back to that member and back to the team. Money for Patreons and ads and sponsors all go back to the show. All right. CAPI does not profit off of anything, and nobody on CAPI is paid. All right. I want everybody to know that before, we get into the paid stuff like Patreons and sponsorships and all that stuff. And merch, that money goes right back to merch. Actually, merch actually cost us money to do the merch right now, because it's not selling a bunch. If it sells more, once everything starts selling on merch, if it makes it to that point before I kill it, then it makes money. It'll make money. But when you're just selling 1 or 2 shirts a month, or a coffee mug, or pop socket, or license plate, or a mouse pad here and there, you're actually not making any money. So actually, we sat down not long ago, Paramama and I did, and we looked at it, and it's actually, merch actually cost us money to do, but we still do it because people like our merch. So so we still do it. But yeah, if you want to do a Patreon, the link is down there. Go down there and click on the Patreon link, and it'll take you right to it. You can become a Patreon for, I think it's $5, $10, and $25. $5 a month, $10 a month, and $25 a month. I think is what it is. Don't hold me to that, but I think that's what it is. Or maybe 10, 15, 25. I don't know. Go look at it. It's down there. Right down there in the description. Hit that little arrow and make it drop, and then go down and you'll see Patreon. Click on that. It'll take you to our Patreon. Guys, what's going to happen when you become a Patreon, especially a VIP? You get to choose topics. Katie is one of our Patreons. She's already given me a topic to do that she wants to do, and we're going to do that very soon. I've got to find, I'm not going to tell y'all what it is because it's Katie's idea, but you'll know when we do it. But it's actually a pretty cool idea. I think it'll be a fun night, and so that's what we're going to do. But Patreons get to pick topics for the show. You get to watch the upcoming new show, CAPI Pub, where we're going to be testing Alabama brewed beers and talking paranormal. So it's going to be a fun time. Only Patreons can watch that. All right. Investigations. You get to go live investigations with us. You get to actually join us on investigations. You have to actually get to be there while we're investigating. Katie's done that. She had a blast. You will also be able to watch our live investigations that are filmed live and then posted. We're going to be doing some investigations that we film while we're doing it, and then we'll upload that video. Only Patreons can see those. So if you ever want to go on a virtual investigation with CAPI, you got to be a Patreon to do that. We've got some celebrity interviews coming up and some celebrity investigations coming up. You only can do that if you're a Patreon. Okay. So if you guys want to really get into a lot of fun, y'all need to get on that, because I'm super excited about our new stuff coming up, especially CAPI Pub. May Calmoga. Okay. Thank you, Tom. Tom answered it for me. It's May 15th, 16th, and 17th is the next camping trip. May 15, 16, and 17 is the next CAPI camping trip. So if you guys want to get in on that, also drop John an email. He already put his email up here. It's jbowen.capi@gmail.com. Or y'all can throw me an email for that, for the camping trip as well. It's jrushing.capi@gmail.com. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Wish I could go on the camping trip in May, but I will be going back up north to be with Mom at Mayo for her surgery. Too much stress. Yeah, we know. I mean, family always comes first, but we're not going to stop doing camping trips. I promise you. It don't matter if no one ever comes to our camping trip. We're not going to stop doing them. So there'll always be one to come to. Do Patreons get a free refresher class? No, they do not. I'm sorry. Patreons do not get free refresher classes. That would be a good idea, though. I don't know. I might think about that. No, I can't do that, because the class is a separate entity. The class has to be, because see, the only reason you have to pay for refresher classes is because you're taking a seat from someone that could be taking it, otherwise. See what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't do that. But Patreons do get free merch. You get a free shirt when you join. You get all that other stuff. But yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. You know what? I'll look into it, Katie. I don't know. But really, I don't need to, because, like I said, you're taking a seat from, someone that could probably use it. So I don't know. I'll have to think about that and look into it. But good question, though. Okay, John, and he'll be right back. Glad I came up with a good topic. However, I don't even remember what it was. Glad you remember. I do remember what it was, Katie. I'm not going to say it, though, because that was your idea, but I'll tell you later what it was. Magic City Con fan table. Yes, we are going to be at Magic City Con. When is Magic City Con? You just said Magic City Con 19 through 21. What month is that, John? You got to be more specific than just 19 through 21. My damn phone keeps auto-correcting Patreon to Patreon. Yeah, it does that. Mine does the same thing. Yes, we have Magic City Con coming up. It is going to be in Birmingham. CAPI will have a fan table. But yeah, John, tell me what's 19th through 21st when? There's 12 months. Which one are you talking about? There's 12 of them out there. I hear they're running 2 a day in Tacoma. Being more specific. But yes, we got Magic City Con. CAPI will be present at Magic City Con. We're also going to be present at Well, I'm not going to say that yet because I'm going to talk to the team first about that. But yeah, we got some other events coming up too. We're going to be available for you guys to see and come visit with and hang out with and get to know, put faces with names, all that good stuff. Beth has still got the oh, that's what I was going to say. Thank you, Tom. I looked back at your thing. The next camping trip is May 15, 16, and 17 at Kaimolga Covered Bridge, Grist Mill and Covered Bridge. Kaimolga Grist Mill and Covered Bridge in Childersburg, Alabama. All right. That'll be our next in the CAPI camping trip. I can't talk tonight. I'm so sorry, y'all. I feel like crud. I really do. But I didn't want to not do a show tonight, so I let the team know that I said, hey, I'm just going to let the show go where it goes tonight. I don't feel good, but I'm still going to do it because I know you guys. Some people actually look forward to the show. I don't know why. It floors me that people like this. It floors me that people will listen to me blow hot air for an hour or two. It just floors me. I can't believe you guys like it, but you do. So I didn't want to. Every time I don't do a show, I get fussed at. And the one time I talked about not doing the show ever again, I really got fussed at. Then my phone blew up and text and calls and emails, and then people were freaking out. So I said, okay, I'm not going to stop. But what is the latest on Cappy Pub? We are set for Cappy Pub. We had to find a location. We had to find the time to do it and all that stuff like that. We're all set. So we're going to be filming that pretty soon, probably in the next couple of weeks. And so those videos will go out to Patreon within the next couple of weeks. All right. Everybody's been sick, so we haven't been able to start anything. So, I mean, we didn't want to send the half of the team that was well to the half of the team that was sick. You know what I mean? So it's been everything's been up in the air here lately, even investigations. We haven't been able to do anything because our team has been sick. And so we'll definitely get to that. I promise you. Now that everybody is starting to finally heal and feel better. Of course, everybody that was sick is going to be better, and I'm going to be the one that's still sick because I feel like I'm just now coming over this stuff, getting on to it, So I don't know what's going to happen there, but hopefully it doesn't happen at all, so I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, we're as soon as everybody gets well and it's not contagious anymore, and we're not going to spread this stuff any further than it has to be, we're going to get started on it. I promise, Katie. We've already got the location set. We've already got everything done and ready to go. We've already got the editor and what we're going to use to film, and all that stuff is all set and ready to go. We just got to get everybody well so we can get in one place at one time. So as soon as we get that done, we will most certainly get it up there and get it posted so you guys can watch it. It's going to be a fun show. It really is. I'm really excited. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that show. I'm really looking forward to that. So, all right. Did I miss anything, John? Anything at all? Let me know. I don't know if there's a lag. Is there a lag, you guys? Okay, Brandon says, what percentage would you say of your investigations where you just detect or sense absolutely nothing, or do you most of the time detect or sense something? I don't ever sense anything. I don't have the ability to do that. People think just because you're a parapsychologist or just a paranormalist that you can see and hear and talk to and communicate with or feel or whatever ghosts, but I can't. I don't have that ability. A very small percentage of people that said they have that ability have proven to me that they do. I think 98% of them are liars, and they're what's wrong with the paranormal today. There is a slight lag. Okay, thank you, John. We are waiting until everyone is healthy before shooting. Exactly. Um, but what percent? Let me see what your question was. What percentage would you say of your investigations where you just detect or sense absolutely nothing, or do you most of the time sense? Actually, it'd be a higher percentage of where our investigations that we don't get anything, we don't detect anything. That would be a highest percentage. It would be higher that we don't get anything. Because during the investigation, it's very seldom that you do get something during an investigation. A lot of times, your evidence is going to come in your case study when you're going over the evidence, when you're going back. Because, a lot of the stuff that we either get on film, uh, still shots, or audio, and we don't know it at the time. But when we go back and do our case study for that investigation, that's when we start finding a lot of stuff. So our highest percentage is going to be to the negative, to that we don't get anything during the investigation. Now we do get some investigations where we do get stuff like personal experiences and EVPs that are audible. Um, um, Physically audible, where we can hear them then and not just on tape, but where we can hear them as they're actually happening. That does happen. And we do see stuff like shadows or orbs or light anomalies, stuff like that during investigations. But the highest percentage is going to be to the negative, to where we don't see anything during the investigation. And then during the case study, we'll see, a lot of stuff on the evidence, right? Hello, Bruno. Michelle. Argentina. Cool, Bruno. Beautiful, beautiful area. We're in Alabama. Ouch. John must be wearing headphones too. Sorry. The dog's about to go crazy. She needs to go outside. Michelle's just ignoring her, so I'm trying to get her to come before she does something on the carpet. But she's taking her to her sweet time. So I kind of hope she does pee on the carpet. I really do. But she won't, because she's very obedient. Well, you guys hit me with your questions. I'm not going to be on super late tonight, unfortunately. I still have some work to do, um, and I still have some sleeping to do, because I have to work tomorrow. Because I don't get um, the luxury of being off work when I'm sick. I still have to work because my bills still keep coming, even though I'm sick. So I still have to work. So. Um, so I'm not going to be on super late tonight. I apologize for that. I think we're going to be on about an hour and a half, so that gives us about an hour. So if you guys have any questions, shoot them at me. It's your night tonight. I didn't get my research finished because I've been kind of feeling kind of cruddy today. So it's your night tonight. Y'all hit us. Do you have any questions about the paranormal, Bruno? Yes, Bruno, do you have any? Can you show Brendan the lady in black picture and the video of an apparition walk through the green laser lights? I don't have a video of an apparition walking through green laser lights. I do have the lady in black. I mean, the shadow Picture of the lady in black. I can show that. Absolutely. I don't have one. I don't think we have one of a lady walking through green laser lights, though. Yeah, Katie gets confused sometimes. Bless her heart. But she's a Yankee and she can't help it. She's fixing to kill me. Hello, Darlene Brewer. Judith Darlene Brewer. Excuse me. Hello, Judith. Oh, speaking of that, I think what you're talking about was it wasn't walking through the green laser lights. It was walking past our client when we did the investigation. When it was walking through past there. Is that the one you're talking about, Katie? Where we were in the darkened room, and it was me, John, and our client, and when it walked through past him, that wasn't laser lights. That was just it walking through. We didn't have a laser lights in there. I think that's the one you're talking about, because that's the two I showed that night was those two, but there was no laser lights. I don't have a video of the apparition walking through laser lights. I think we had something at the school, but way too loud people. Yeah, there was way too many people. Not just loud, but it was just too many people at the school, Tom. I think we would have had a lot more. That's why we tried to get back in there, but he wouldn't ever contact us back. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. Well, there was no laser lights on that. That was just this. Speaking of that, I'm glad you asked about that. I'm going to show you the shadow lady, the lady in black, in just a second. But the one where we saw him walking through, I'm glad you brought that back up, Katie, because it's actually, we debunked it, or I debunked it. Turns out, and that was a really good video too. Y'all saw it. I showed it to you. I showed it to everybody, and everybody was like freaking out over it. Everybody that saw it loved it because it was a really good one, because it almost looked like a kid walking past the client and out of the room. The guy Ghost is at the school. Yeah, I think he got a change of heart on what to do with the building. But anyway, who cares? Yeah, that apparition that walked from behind our client past him and towards the door to the exit of the room. I got to looking at it and put it on a bigger screen. And guess what? It actually was not an apparition. It was John. It was his shadow. John was sitting between, we had that light behind the client. Y'all remember the picture? It was a picture of it was the lit up of a window. And I let you guys know that that's not the actual window. That was the light coming through and reflecting the window on a blank wall. John is sitting here. The client is here. And I'm like in between them on the opposite side. So my view was to the diagonal right of the client. And the reflection of the window was over here on the other side of the client. So it looked like something passed by the client and out the room. But actually, with John being right here, he's in front. He's in between the window that was casting the light and the client. And he moves his hand like this at one point in the video. And it's at the exact same time that apparition walks by. So it's actually the reflection of John's hand in the light from the window. So, but I'm a ghost. Yep. I got a better on that night. But yeah, thank you, Bruno, for liking the channel. If you haven't done so, and if you know already, please go hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, and ring the notification bell so you'll be notified of when we're on. We're on every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we talk all things paranormal. All right, not just hauntings, but everything paranormal. All right, this is the picture that Katie was talking about. I'll show you guys. Hope you can see it. It's in a nice home in an adjacent town to us. It's not in the town that we live in, but it's in an adjacent town. One of our neighboring towns called Wetumpka, Alabama. It's a very high energy area. probably because the whole town was created from a meteorite strike, a very large meteorite strike. So there's a lot of energy there. But myself and this lady here, you can see her sitting in the chair. There you can see a little piece of her. She's cut off, but you can see her arm and her hip and her leg. She's sitting in that chair across from me. I'm sitting on a couch. She and I are the only two people in the house whenever this picture was taken. Everybody else was outside. I was talking to her about some of the experiences that she had had in the house. Y'all can tell what time of year it is, right, from the Christmas tree. But we're sitting there talking in the parlor. This room that we're in now used to be, this entire house used to be a mortuary. It was a funeral home, basically. And this room we're in now is the visitation room. It's where the people would come and fellowship. And this room here that goes into this little opening right here where this table is and everything is the was the viewing room. That's where the body would be laid out. And then that doorway in the back right there, you can see it right there. That doorway goes into a dining or to a breakfast nook and then a kitchen. And I heard something in this room, not in this room that we're in, but in this room, in the dining room. And so I snapped a picture of it. And this is what I got. This is the same picture. I'm just zooming it in. Gotta zoom it while I'm still up there. So you guys will see that I'm not changing pictures or anything. There she is. She was standing at the back door looking at us. I actually think that she wasn't looking at us. I think she was looking out because her left arm looks like it's bent and her right arm looks like it's maybe touching the door, and the left arm looks like it's bent up like it's moving the curtain or blinds out of the way. And she's looking out the back door. That's a back door in front of her that goes outside off of the kitchen. And she's just standing there looking. And like I said, myself and this person here, I can't see where my hand's going. This person here, right there, are the only two people in the house. All right? Until she showed up. Zoom it back in one more time so you guys can see her again. There we go. There her is. Trying to get that glare off there. There you go. All right. That is one of our many. How about the woman in red? Would y'all like to see her? Or the lady in red is what we call her. Let's see if I have her in this file. This was a hospital that we did many, many, many years ago. And I think it's actually on Facebook pictures. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. This picture is of this room. The one I'm going to show you is a picture of this room that you're in now. This doorway, right about here, this doorway goes out into the hallway. This was in an abandoned hospital. Sorry, I accidentally brought comments up. This was in an abandoned hospital that we did in Selma, Alabama. This doorway here, this black here is the door going into this room. Into it, not this room, but into this room here. It was a shower entrance over there. But this was this doorway right here goes into the hallway, and there's another door opened out into the hallway, and I'll show you that in just a second because that's where we got the picture. The reason this picture was taken was because of this cabinet right here. As you can see, it's open. That cabinet was actually opening while I took the picture, and it was a very hard magnetic type. You know, the cabinets that has the magnets on them, and then you have to pull them to open to break the magnet hold. That's how you had to open those. So they were really hard to open. But this door started opening right here. This cabinet door started opening while we were in there, and so that's why I took a picture of it. And I didn't have a video camera at the time, so I didn't video it, but I did have a still shot into this hallway. After this happened, we walked into this shower area here, and then did a few more EVPs and pictures, and then we walked out into the hallway, and then this is what we seen in the hallway. Alrighty, let's see. This is the first. We actually walked away from there. At the very end of that hallway, the white rectangle there is the door to the stairs, and it's offset with color because of the doorway into that room that I just showed you. When we got back up to the end of the hallway, up close to the nurse's station, which this right here starts the nurse's station, how it's offset right there. That starts over here is a big opening with an L-shaped desk, and it was the nurse's station for this floor. And there's more rooms back this way. But I heard something down the hall, so we turned and took another picture, and then that doorway there is open. If you guys will look right there, you'll see the start of an orb right there, and then it goes to here. So that orb that was here is now down there. See it down the hallway? You can see it better now because it's in the dark, and it is exhuming its own light. And so because of that, we took another picture, and then we got to looking at the same picture really closely, and this is what we found. This is an infrared picture of that. I know it's kind of hard to tell on here, but this is her. Is her pen over here? All right. This is her head right here. I know it's hard to see on here, guys. I'm sorry. That's her head there, and that's her face. That's her neckline. And she's wearing a bell type dress that goes out that far. See how it goes way out? And there's a waist here. She has a small waist and a bell type dress. And her arms are folded in front of her at the wrist, just at her waistline. Her arm comes down this way and down this way, and their wrists are folded over each other on her waistline. This would be her chest here, waist, and then the bell type dress. It goes all the way down there. That was at a hospital. That's on our Facebook page. If you want to see it a little bit better, just go to the CAPI Paranormal Facebook. You'll be able to see that a lot better than what you see on my phone. I know you can't see much on here, but it is better if you go and look at the actual picture. Shadow ghosts scare you the most. They're nothing to be scared of, Brandon. Thank you for sharing. You're welcome. That is an awesome picture. Thank you. Did you say you have an idea who that shadow person could have been? The lady that was sitting in the chair across from me, she said that it reminded her of her mother. And the lady that was sitting in the chair across from me was elderly. I don't know exactly how old she was, probably in her probably mid to late 70s. So her mother would have been like really, really old. But she said it reminded her, the outline and everything, and the bouffant or the bushy hair looked like her mother, who had been passed away 20 plus years when the picture was taken. Thinking, please explain what you think orb is. Think an orb is. Are you asking me to explain what I think an orb is? I don't think what an orb is, Tom. I know what an orb is. I sent you a picture. Thank you for sending me a picture. I'll take a look at it in a second. Um, let's see what I think an orb is. I think an orb is a manifestation of energy. A lot of people say that an orb is a spirit vehicle, which is completely asinine. I can't talk tonight. And ridiculous. Why would they need a vehicle? That doesn't make any sense. It's not a little ball that they travel around in. When an entity wants to show themselves, they are limited by what they can show and how they show it and how much they show by their energy. And that's what an orb is that's the amount that they were either willing to show or able to show because of the amount of energy they had. That's all an orb is. I guess it being a former funeral home, it would be pretty impossible to tell who it would have been. Yeah. The lady, like I said, the lady that lives there now said that it did remind her of her mother. But yeah, you're right. It's impossible for no 100%. I can't talk tonight. But hey, Melissa. But yeah, it would be way impossible, without them telling us who they are. It would be impossible to figure out exactly who they are. But yeah, she did feel that it was her mother. She left the investigation thinking that it was her mother. And if that gave her comfort, then that's great. That's why we were there. So yeah. John sent me a photo. Oh, cool, John. I don't really think we need to having seen an orb. I understand. Got you. I'm glad I explained that so that you could. Hello. What is it, Laura? Thank you for joining us. Y'all, if you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button, slap the like button, and ring the notification bell so you'll know when we're on. We haven't revealed this to the client. You guys are going to see something right now. I can't tell you where it was from. I'm not going to give you any information on this at all. But I've never done this before. I've never shown someone a picture from an investigation that haven't already showed the client. The client hasn't seen this yet. Or have they, John? We have done the reveal. Okay. This was from the last one. Okay, good. We've been to this place multiple times. I wanted to make sure. I didn't remember if this has been seen by the client or not, but he says it has. So cool. Still not going to tell you where it's from because we don't have that permission yet. But I do want to share this with you guys. It's a still shot of another photo of a series of photos. John's phone is really cool. It's like the pictures that he takes on it. If you hold your finger on the picture, it'll turn it into a video. It's kind of like a rapid slideshow. Mine will do that too on panoramic. But this that I'm going to show you now, this is a doorway. You're looking, it's kind of hard to tell from this picture, but you're looking from one end of a hallway to the other end of the hallway. And it's completely dark there. And then where I'm going to point out to you, look for the red in the picture. That opening that you see the red is right outside a doorway. All right. This entity actually came out of the doorway, straightforward, stopped, turned and looked at John, turned back the other way, and then continued down the hallway. So that tells us it is a what? Somebody tell me other than John. This entity walked out of the hallway or out of the doorway into the hall, stopped, turned and looked at John as he was taking this picture, turned back, and then continued down the hallway away from John. So tell me what that tells you without a doubt what that entity is. Somebody besides John, tell me what that would be. All right. And if you don't know, then say give up. All right. So here it is. I'm gonna try to get this. Okay. Where's my trusty pen at? I just had it. I'm not sure what I did with it. There it is. Alrighty. All right. Now, so this is in a dark hall, a dark hallway. All right, and we're looking down the hallway. Like this area right in here is down the hallway. This is a doorway here, right here. You see that? It goes from there up to there. This is actually a lamp. Y'all can see the outline of a lamp and the pole from the lamp. And on down here is the hallway away from us. And everything is reversed, by the way. So it's on the other side. But anyway, this is the doorway here. The entity walks out of the doorway. This is the what we think is the face, because this actually was looking this direction when it came out. It comes out, it stops right there. It turns and looks at John. You can actually see a couple of eyes and a nose and a mouth. Don't think just because it's red, it's demonic. Okay, that's just the way the lighting hit it. Okay, don't bring Hollywood into this. All right, it turns and looks at John, turns back towards this way, and then continues down this hallway right here. This black, and you can actually see the outline of the hallway. See, it goes all the way up there, around here, and down there. That's the hallway right there. And there's more doors and rooms and stairways and stuff down that hallway. It's a long, long hallway. And this doorway right here is where the entity came out of this doorway, stopped, turned, and looked at John. And that's where this picture is. It stops and turns and looks at him, and then looks back forward and then continues down that hallway. All right. Can y'all see that? I hope you can see it. All right. So that's an awesome picture that John sent. I appreciate that, John, for you sending that to us so we can see it. That's one of John's favorite finds that he's gotten. John's gotten a lot of evidence over the past almost 2 years that he's been with us, and I think that's one of his favorite uh, of all of them. Let's see. Can you share any more of your bigger debunkings? Is that even a word? Debunkings? Yeah, I guess it is. Debunk is a word, and debunking is a word. So what? So let's see. I think I have this picture. Let's see. We were doing a bed and breakfast in Selma, Alabama. I can actually talk about it because the owner wanted it to be known what we were doing. Let's see. I don't know if I have the picture or not, but I'm going to try my best to see if I do. If I don't, I'll just tell you guys about it. But it is one of our better ones because it took us so long to debunk it. It took actually a couple of years to debunk. Let's see. Videos to go to timelines. All uploads. That might be in there. I will continue to look at it while I'm telling you guys about it. But we were doing this bed and breakfast in Selma, Alabama, and we were actually kind of a little disappointed because there wasn't a whole bunch of stuff going on during the investigation. We didn't have a whole bunch of PEs or EVPs or, nobody really got any feelings on anything except for the owner, who was a clairvoyant or medium. He really wasn't. He was just a blowhard. But he was saying that he keeps feeling this little girl next to him and saying all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Well, we took a video, or we took a picture in the attic. And then I didn't take the picture. The case manager at that time took the picture. And when she took the picture, she was standing behind me. I had turned to go out the doorway of the attic because we wouldn't really wasn't getting anything up there. So we decided, hey, we'll just, go back downstairs. But so I turned to go back out of the doorway to go to the stairs to go out of the attic. And she was still standing in there and had gotten a couple of feet behind me. So she she said she heard something and didn't know if it was me moving, stepping on a board or, kicking something, or if it was something beyond me, further closer to the door than me. So she took a picture just in case. Well, there was a bright light on the back of my neck after she took that picture. And so we got really kind of interested in that particular picture, and we stayed on that picture for a while. I was wearing a gold necklace at the time, but I don't think I have the picture, but it's glowing on the back of my neck, and it's glowing like silver on the back of my neck. And Livy, lay down. No, lay down. Lay down. I had a gold necklace on, but it was glowing silver. So we ruled that out. We said, no, it can't be a reflection of that, because it wouldn't have glowed. It wouldn't have glowed white, like it did. I don't think I have the picture. I know I have the picture. I just don't know where it's at. And I'm not going to sit here all day trying to find it. But yeah, because I'm not seeing it anywhere. But we did finally, I remembered one day I was looking at the picture and I was like, well, it can't be the necklace, because the necklace is gold and this is bright silver. A white light coming out of this, so it can't be on me. It's got to be before me. But then I remembered I'd forgotten all about it. But this particular necklace that I was wearing, it was a rope chain with a pendant on it, an EMT pendant. And a good friend of mine, whenever I passed my EMT class, he bought me that pendant with a rope chain. And it was gold. The chain and the pendant were both gold. And so we said it couldn't be that. But then I remembered I was wrestling a patient one time, not long after I'd gotten that necklace, and trying to get him on. We had an MI hold on someone, and I was trying to get him subdued and get him on the stretcher and get him handcuffed and everything. And the patient actually grabbed that necklace and my shirt and pulled and broke my buttons on my shirt, the first two buttons on my shirt and my necklace. And I just happened to feel it when it popped. So I looked down and saw it and grabbed it and put it in my pocket. I'd taken it to a jeweler and to have it repaired. The same jeweler that the jeweler, I can't say that right. The same jeweler that my friend had bought the pendant and necklace from, I took it back to them because they were a good friend of ours, and they fixed it. When he fixed it, he did not have any 24 karat clasp. All he had was sterling silver. So he replaced my clasp, which is what had broken the little figure 8 clasp. That's what had broken. And so he replaced it with a sterling silver clasp. So whenever that picture was taken, the flash actually reflected off of that one little centimeter of area of that necklace that was silver and not gold. And that's where the bright white light came from. And then that was actually a couple of years later that I remembered. I saw the picture. I was going through some pictures and I saw that and I was like, man, I remember this one. We still never figured that out. And then I got to looking at it, and then just for some reason it popped in my head. Hey, that was a silver clasp on that chain because of when that patient broke my necklace. So yeah, that was another one that we debunked, but it took us a while to debunk it. We have had an EVP. I'm gonna catch up with y'all's comments too. We had an EVP years and years ago. We were doing a very famous site in Selma, and we had a lot of guests. Well, not a lot. We had about 4 or 5 guests with us during the investigation, and throughout the investigation, these guests was following us around and asking questions and stuff like that. I can't hear myself talk, but asking us questions and stuff like that. And and we tell people whenever they go on investigations with us, please, during the investigation, if you don't mind, please do not whisper, because we'll pick you up on our digital recorders, because our digital recorders are super sensitive, especially the new ones that we have now. You can hear a gnat fart. Can you? But they're really, really sensitive. So we tell people, don't whisper while we're doing the investigation. Just talk out loud. Well, I guess she was embarrassed or didn't want everyone to hear or whatever. But, excuse me. This girl had asked her friend if she wanted to go to the bathroom with her. She said she had to pee. And she said, "You want to go to the bathroom with me?" And we got that on. And it took us a couple of weeks to get that one. We had another one where a girl was asking her mom if they could go to Taco Bell after the investigation, but she whispered it and we heard it on there and we didn't know what it was. So we spent several days on those EVPs trying to figure them out. And it turns out it was just that, I got to go pee, or do you want to go to Taco Bell? So yeah, we do get some pretty interesting debunks sometimes. Let's see where we're at. Hello, Vapor. I don't know what the first that says. I don't have my glasses, but I see Vapor. Residual haunting. A residual is actually not a haunting, Vapor. Hi, by the way. But a residual is actually not a haunting. A residual is the type of phenomenon that you get whenever something is repeated over a long period of time. I just lost my pen. Dadgummit. That's all right. I'll use my straw. They might know where I had supper. You should be able to tell just by this. But anyway, a residual is a phenomenon that happens over. It's something happened for a over and over and over during a long period of time, like clockwork. Like the old guy who comes home from work and checks all his windows and his doors before going to bed, and his family's already asleep when he comes home because he always gets home really late. And sorry, guys, I feel like crap. Okay. Um, like he comes in every night late, everyone else is asleep, and he goes through the entire house and checks all the windows and the doors and makes sure they're locked and down and closed. And then he goes and into his room and goes to bed. Um, Goes into his room, gets ready for bed, and then goes to bed. Um, then after that person leaves there, not necessarily dies, they don't have to die, but just leaves there, or they could die, and then that ritual will continue to happen after so many years. And every night, people would hear people come into someone come into the door, hear the boot stomps down the hallway, and going to every window and checking to make sure they're locked and everything, and then going back out and going to other windows and checking and making sure everything's locked and done and blah blah blah. That actually happened to me, by the way. um, and that's what it was. It's just something that happened over a long period of time, and it continued to happen. And it could be with someone that is not even dead. They don't even have to be dead, like Willie the track tender with the railroad that we talk about in the class. They don't even have to be dead. All right. So I hope that answers your question. Oh, I thought what you're doing, you're answering my question. No, it was not a residual haunting, Vapor. Was the apparition was seen in person as well? No, Brandon, it was not seen in person. It was only seen on film. Video would have been great, right? Yeah, we didn't see it during when it happened. We saw it later on film. Just got home from New Orleans. Yes, New Orleans has got a lot of paranormal history. I've done a lot of investigating there. Thank you, Brandon. Have a good night. Can a traumatic event also cause a residual? Mm, there's a whole school of thought that says it can. I have never experienced that. Um, like murders and auto accidents and stuff like that. I've never seen evidence that it would be a residual. I don't think. I don't really think that it can. I guess super traumatic and unexpected or whatever. I guess I don't know. A residual is something that happened because it was etched in time. Um, there's a whole belief of the flash photo theory. The flash, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that, the flash photo theory, but there's a it's called the flash photo theory. And what it is it's saying, like, if you take a picture of something, the flash on it will catch um, whatever image is in front of it, right? And then that takes it in that millisecond that the lens opens, the flash hits, and it takes a picture. It burns, if you will, that picture onto a film, and whenever that shutter opens, that flash happens, and the shutter closes to protect it, and it burns that onto a film. You can test this theory and kind of see what I'm talking about by getting somewhere that's dark, like a closet. You get into a closet, close the door. It's completely dark. Take a flash on your camera, on your phone, whatever. Take a flash, open your eyes wide somewhere, just fixate your eyes somewhere in that closet. Hold the flash up and take a picture of that. And then as soon as it flashes in front of you, hold your eyes open when you flash while you're in the dark, complete darkness. While you're in there, hold your eyes open really, really wide like this. Hit the flash and then close your eyes really, 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 really tight. The image that you saw during the flash, physically, you couldn't really see anything because it's too fast, right? It's so fast you can't do it. But if you do it that way, if you hold your eyes open really wide like this, take the flash, and as soon as it flashes, close your eyes really fast. And then you will see that image with your eyes closed, just like you would have seen it if your eyes were open and there was light in there. All right. Don't do that a whole bunch because it can't be great for your eyes. But that's a way to see what I'm saying, what I'm talking about. Go into a dark closet, take a picture with your eyes open really wide. As soon as it flashes, close your eyes really tight. Really, really, really tight. Don't open them. The image will come with your eyes closed. In your mind's eye, you will see that image just like you're looking at it with a light on. And you'll be able to see what's on there and all that stuff. You'll be able to recall stuff. And then afterwards, you can open the door or turn a flashlight on or whatever, or your closet light on if it has it. And you'll be able to recall stuff that's there, like a code or, a board game or whatever. All right. So keeping that in mind, there's a belief called the flash theory, the camera flash theory, the photo flash theory. That when something happens that is just like sudden, somebody pulls out in front of a transfer truck and bam, it hits it, and it's just like instant death. It's just like boom, just like that. Or someone's walking through and gets hit by lightning or struck by a bullet or whatever the case may be. All these weird ways that we can die suddenly. There's a theory that says that can etch in time too because of that flash. It flashes, instant death, and then it keeps going, life keeps going and everything, but that incident is etched in time because of that flash. I personally don't believe that. Only because there's just no evidence to support it. Um, but I do believe that if something can happen that sudden and that unexpected and that traumatic, then that entity could be bound there, willingly bound, not against their will, but being bound there because they're not willing to accept whatever happened or their fate or whatever. All right. For whatever the case may be. Or maybe they have some unfinished business because it was sudden and it was unexpected. So you never know. All right. So um, I don't I don't uh, buy into the photo flash theory one bit. All right. All right. Let's see. Get your head out. Wife is calling, thinking, okay, yeah, he's going kind of, right, I would believe. All right. Is there any more questions? If not, guys, I'm going to turn in. I am so sorry. I know it's only been an hour and 20 minutes. I said an hour and a half, but I really feel bad. And I want to kind of combat this. I want to get up and get some meds in me and some juice and everything and see if I can't combat this. And because I can't afford to be off work. So, and work's going to come really early in the morning and I still have more work to do before I go to work. So, my job, I go and do work. And then when I come home, I have more work to do because of that work. So it's crazy, but, I love my job, but it's going to come early in the morning and I gotta get some rest and get some meds in me and everything, so if I can't combat this crap before it hits. Y'all pray for me, please. Prayer list is still the same. Y'all keep Katie Campbell and her family in your prayers with her dad. He's going through some more stuff as we speak. Not only is his sickness still affecting him, but his mental capability of dealing with everything is starting to kind of crumble in front of him too. So he's having some tough times. And another situation there where he's at is changing, and y'all know how old people are; they don't like change. So y'all please keep Katie's dad in your prayers, and Katie and her family too, because of the sickness that her and Kylie are having to go through. Um, Also, John and his family, keep them in your prayers. Keep Paramama in your prayers; she's still sick. Keep Beth and her family in your prayers; they're still sick. Pray for me, hopefully that I do not get this stuff and it just passes on without getting very strong. I'm fixing to hit it with some vitamin C and some B and some B1. I'm fixing to hit it hard. So, pray that that stuff is strong enough to take me down. Not take me down, but take the sickness down, the germs down. Because I don't want to get sick. I can't afford to be sick. It's not just I don't want to get sick, but I can't afford to be sick. So, and Michelle's got to go back to work tomorrow too, and she's still feeling this allergy thing. So y'all please put an extra prayer in there for her. I have 3 unspoken prayers, so please pray for that as well. Just say Johnny's 3 unspoken prayers. You don't have to know what they are. I don't even have to know what they are, but God knows what they are. And I want you guys to pray for our entire CAPI family and the fans, because I want everyone to succeed and be happy in March. I want this to be everybody's greatest month ever. And so y'all pray for prayers you feel better in the morning. Oh, thank you, Katie. You're so sweet. You're welcome. Um, but yeah, pray for the entire Cappy family. Pray for Cappy Alive, for the new things we got coming up. That our direction and everything will continue going. Our co-founder Corey, also keep him in your prayers too. He's been sick as well. His girlfriend Ashley is not sick; she's fine. I asked Corey about her today, or either today or yesterday. I don't know. The days are starting to kind of fall into place, all into one. But because he's been sick, so I said, "How's Ashley feeling?" And he said she's freaking okay. She's like a rock. Her immune system is ironclad. And I was saying mine is too, because I haven't been sick and everybody around me has been. But now I might be eating crow on that. I may have jinxed myself, but yeah, you guys keep the prayers coming. Please pray for the entire Cappy team, because who's not sick is still going through some stuff. But most of the team is sick right now, so y'all pray for us, because we've got investigations. March is full. Today's the first day of March, and it is a full month, man. Beth has lined us up this month. I got requested to do a radio show this month, and I had to tell them. I said, it depends on what day because I'm pretty booked this month. So, you guys keep your prayers up, and I love you guys. As always, I want you guys to have a great paranormal week, and I will see you guys next Sunday, same bat time, same bat channel, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube. Just go to CAPI Paranormal and you'll see it. If you haven't done so already, please go hit that sub button, subscribe to us, so you'll see all this when we're on every week, and you'll also be able to keep up with all the upcoming events. And I forgot to tell you guys, go get CAPI merch. Go get CAPI merch. Go get CAPI merch. Yeah, CAPI merch. Extreme close up. Oh. CAPI merch. Get your cups, your tumblers, your mugs, your shirts, your hoodies, your short sleeves, long sleeves, your pants, your anything you want. We can make it into a CAPI merch. So anything you want, go to John, pop up the he already did, didn't he? CAPIParanormal.com. Yep. Go to CAPI Paranormal, CAPI Paranormal.com. That's our website. You can get the book for the book club, which is coming up. You can get merch. Go to the store and get the merch. Pretty much everything you see on our merch right now, plus anything else you can think of, we can get. So y'all, please go and check out our merch. But we love you guys so much. We will see you guys next Sunday. Patreons, hang in there with us. As soon as everybody's well, we're going to start the CAPI Pub. So you're going to have a show coming at you really soon. Because everybody's going to get better tonight. I'm just believing it. I believe in it to make it happen, and I'm just declaring it. Everybody is going to get better tonight. So we already thank God for that. We love you guys so much. We will see you next Sunday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time here on YouTube. Good night.